Our second stress eraser is deep breathing. Deep breathing is just about the quickest, most convenient way to relax your body. You can do it almost anywhere, and it can produce measurable physical changes in your body in less than 60 seconds. Breathing is an unusual function in that it is both voluntary and involuntary. You can control your breathing or let your body do it for you automatically. In other words, I can ask you to take a deep breath right now, and you will breathe. But if I never mentioned it, your brain would instruct your lungs to breathe just about once every 5 to 6 seconds. At this rate, you'll breathe about 14,000 times in 24 hours. And most of the time, you do it without a second thought. Many people take short, shallow breaths into the upper lungs and chest. This is the kind of breath you take automatically without thinking. The problem with this type of breath is that it mimics the kind of breathing you do when you're under stress. It's not very relaxing. With deep breathing, you take in much more air. In fact, about 10 times as much. This way, your lungs work more effectively and your blood supply is more oxygenated. There is a much better exchange of stale air to fresh air. Your brain thrives on glucose and oxygen. So deep breathing is important for brain health too. These benefits can be accomplished in just minutes when you know how to breathe deeply. I'm going to ask you to try this right now with me. So please place one hand on top of your navel, on your belly. Breathe in deeply through your nose. Notice if you feel your hand move. As you breathe out, do you feel your hand move? Use your hand to push the last little bit of air out of your lungs. Try it again. Breathe in deeply and breathe out through your partially closed mouth, making a slight hissing sound. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you want your belly to move as you breathe in and out, showing that the breath is getting fully down into the deepest part of your lungs. Continue now. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can let your hands relax and continue to breathe in and out. Couple more times here. Breathe in and out. Hopefully you feel a little bit calmer. This technique really can work in just seconds. Please use this technique in stressful situations when you need to stay calm and think clearly. Stress eraser number 3 is meditation. If you've tried meditation before and haven't had much success with it, don't worry, you're not alone. There are lots of reasons why people have a hard time meditating. It's sometimes hard to concentrate. It might feel like you're doing nothing. And not many people want to sit on the floor in a cross-legged position or are even capable of doing so for more than a few minutes. But don't worry, there's another way. In his best-selling book on meditation, The Relaxation Response, Harvard professor Dr. Herbert Benson takes the mystery out of meditation. He teaches a style of meditation that makes it easy to concentrate. Just keep repeating the word one or any relaxing word or phrase of your choosing. He explains all the reasons why meditating is important for your health, so you don't feel like you're doing nothing. And he also teaches you how to meditate sitting comfortably in a chair. Benson says that there's nothing magic about meditation. You just need to follow the 4 prerequisites: a quiet environment, a calming word or phrase you repeat to yourself, a passive attitude, and a comfortable position. Let's look at each of these just a little bit more. So number 1, a quiet environment. It's ideal to find a place where you won't be disturbed. Silence your cell phone, close your door if you can, hang a sign on it if necessary, or it might be easier to just pick a time of day when you know you won't be disturbed and perhaps at home, like early in the morning or late at night. Number 2, something to dwell on. This is a word or phrase you choose to repeat silently to yourself. It doesn't matter what you choose as long as it has meaning to you. You can try a short phrase such as, I am getting more and more relaxed, or you can choose a word like peace or calm, or the word Benson suggests, one. Repeat the word silently to yourself over and over. Number 3, a passive attitude. It's really hard to maintain a passive attitude about anything that you really care about or want. However, you can't force yourself to relax. You just have to sit there and let it happen. Chances are, the first few times you try meditation, you'll have this trouble. You'll try too hard. In addition, you'll be easily distracted. Your mind wanders, your foot itches, or you're just a bit dubious about the whole process. Don't worry, everyone has these feelings. If your mind wanders, just notice the intruding thought, let it go, and return to repeating your word or phrase. If you have an itch, scratch it. Make sure you're comfortable. If you're dubious, just be patient. In time, your practice will give you those rewards. Number 4, a comfortable position. You can meditate sitting comfortably in a chair with your back straight and both feet flat on the floor and your hands resting comfortably in your lap. You don't have to sit with your legs crossed in a lotus position. It's better to meditate sitting up so you don't fall asleep. But if you're having trouble with insomnia and would like help falling asleep, you might choose to meditate lying down. So what were those 4 prerequisites? Again, a quiet environment, a word or phrase, a passive attitude, and a comfortable position. We're going to go ahead and practice this for a few moments right here. So go ahead and get comfortable in your chair. Put your feet flat on the floor, straighten up your back, relax your shoulders, maybe place your hands in your laps. And to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes or just have a very gentle focus. So you're just kind of barely looking in front of you. And I'm going to have you focus on your breathing. And we'll use each breath as a cue to help you stay focused and to keep your mind wandering. I'm going to use the phrase that I like to use, which is, I'm breathing in, and then I'm breathing out. So we're going to try this for a few moments. So breathe in, breathe out. Continue that breath pattern. Breathe in. Now as you breathe in, think I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. And just continue to repeat that silently to yourself in your own mind for a few moments. If your mind starts to wander, it's okay. Just come back to your breath and come back to that phrase once again. Take a few more breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. And go ahead and blink your eyes, open them up again, and notice how you feel. Hopefully a little bit calmer, a little bit more relaxed. So the goal is to literally your mind. Relaxation is just a side effect. You'll never completely rid yourself of distracting thoughts. So you'll just let them come and go, kind of like they're just passing you by. As you're meditating and you do have thoughts come in and out, try to avoid any judgment or evaluation of how well you're doing, because that's counterproductive. Just let it be and focus on your breath. If you'd like to start meditating regularly, ideally, you would allow yourself about 15 to 20 minutes each day, especially when you're first starting. You might try to do it when you first wake up or before you go to bed. You can sit up in bed and do it there if it feels comfortable. With daily practice, you will also learn to associate the word or phrase that you repeat silently to yourself with the feelings of relaxation. And eventually, the body responds to this cue, that word or your phrase, automatically, even outside of meditation. With practice, you'll be able to elicit the relaxation response, which is the body's natural alternative to fight or flight, anytime you like. And if 10 or 20 minutes just sounds like too much, you might try starting with 1 minute a day, or even 3 to 5 minutes a day. But regular meditation can definitely help make a big difference in helping your body get rid of that stress.